Hello Year 6, it's Mr. Pink calling from America. I can't believe that you've all grown up now and that you're finally about to go out into the big wide world. I remember that I first met you before the last Olympics, and now we're about to have London 2012, so it's amazing how quickly time goes by. My biggest memory of 3SP as a class is that you were all such a quiet class. If any visitor ever came into our classroom, you could hear a pin drop. And everything was always so well ordered and neat and tidy. And, oh, wait a minute. No, that was a dream, I think, that I was having. No, in fact, you were so loud that Miss Chinadora actually put us in a special classroom away from the rest of the school, didn't she? But I never quite understood why it was that when we did the challenge with Mrs. Evans's class to see who was the loudest, that you decided to let them be louder than you. Never could quite get that one. One of my funny memories was the time when Travell once slid onto the floor off his chair, and I asked him to fight the gravity, thinking he'd find it funny and get back up. And the next thing I knew, all 27 of you had slid off your chairs onto the floor. It wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it was a very, very funny moment. Also, I remember one afternoon coming in and asking you, how do you know that we're not dreaming right now? And we had a discussion for about an hour, I think, about it. It was really fascinating. I remember that one of you who thought that we were probably in a dream said you had a funny feeling on your foot that you also had in a dream, so we must be dreaming. And then someone who clearly didn't believe we were dreaming said that that was because you'd just run into a wall and it really hurt, which made sense. And then I think one of the most interesting comments that came out of the discussion was the person that asked, how do we know that there aren't robots under the earth taking pictures in black and white? Anyway, at the end we had a class vote, and as I remember, I think 5 of you were convinced that we were all dreaming, and another 9 weren't sure whether it was a dream or not. So it was an interesting time. I don't know whether you still think you're dreaming or not, or if this is real. Another favourite memory of mine was pouring some water into a paint palette and it turned blue, and Tia thought that that was magic until she realised that there was actually paint in the palette, and that's why it had turned blue. But we had lots of other fun memories. I remember playing chess and spending about 3 months building a model ship for some reason. So it was kind of lucky that we had Mrs. Brooks and Mrs. Dunderdale there to make sure we did get some work done sometimes. I enjoyed our April Fool's trick where we pretended to swap classes with Mr. Luck and Mrs. Smith. The problem was it was never really going to work because if you remember, Mr. Luck used to come into our classroom so often, it wouldn't really have been any different to normal, would it? I never did understand why he was so talented at music, but all you could hear coming out of his classroom was Percy Parker all the time. Anyway, better go now, but I can honestly say that you were the best first class that I ever taught, and I really mean that. I wish you all the best luck for the future. I hope you go on and do great things and follow your dreams. Take care. Bye.